1, 2, 3, audio testing. 1, 2, 3, audio testing. Today is May 7th, 2021. Let me ask you a question. Kaimi, what is your full name, please?
Good evening, teacher. I'm Jasmine.
Thank you. Your last name, please?
Guarita Bustillos.
Jasmine, what is your username on Pearson platform?
1 second, teacher.
Yes. Are you in my group already?
Hi, teacher.
In my course, sorry. Hello, Maho, how are you?
Fine, you?
I'm doing great. Thank you. Thanks for asking. Give me and your classmates 3 more minutes so that we can officially start today's class. So Majo, you and Jasmine are already on my course, correct?
Yes, teacher, yes.
Good. So let me confirm with Jas.
Teacher,
Yes.
creo que sí. Estoy como student 22, I think.
Two.
No,
Okay.
student 2.
Student 2. Muy bien. Como podrás ver aquí, as you can see on your screen, you are not on my course. I will help you at the end of the class if you have any questions about how to log in or join my course. For the moment, I will only explain. No necesitan estar ya de lleno en mi curso, pero sí va a ser importante para las actividades y pues para que puedan trabajar en la misma, pues el fin de semana o cuando ustedes tengan un pequeño free time, ¿ok? Así que tú serías student 2. Thank you very much. Majo, student
I'm student 44.
44. Okay, Majo, 44.
I am the student 30.
And that's Nicolás Tamayo, student
Yes.
Tamayo, 30, correct? Was that a 30, Tamayo? Yes.
Yes, teacher, yes.
Thank you. Valentina, how are you today? And we have Estefania.
So, teacher, sorry. I joined to this course. I think me sale Juan Zulueta.
Yes.
Eh,
And,
me dice que ya estoy en el curso.
What, ¿Me dices tu usuario, username?
Student 2.
Ok. Entonces tengo dos, no creo que pueda tener a dos estudiantes con el mismo username. Así que Valentina y Jasmine, ustedes me dicen que tienen estudiante 2. Voy primero contigo. Estaba contigo, Estefanía, ¿correcto? ¿Me dices que eres estudiante 2?
No, yo soy 22.
Perfecto. ¿Y Valentina?
Hi, teacher. Good evening.
Good evening, Valentina.
Hi, teacher. Yo le di ayer mi usuario.
Ok, Valentina, ¿lo puedes confirmar rápidamente?
Student, creo que es student. Ahorita me fijo, teacher.
Okay. Y me lo envías. Sí, es que estamos checando, pues que todos estén ya en el curso para que puedan trabajar este fin de semana. Muy bien, thank you. Muy bien, y Nas ya me lo confirmó en WhatsApp. Thank you very much. Okay, so today is Friday, May 7th, 2021. Today is Friday. We want to have the rest of the day free. So therefore, I will hurry up. Me voy a apurar, and I will only go over two main grammatical formulas. El día de hoy solamente nos vamos a concentrar en two grammatical formulas, okay, which is past continuous using when and modal verbs specifically for permission. There are different modal verbs, but in this unit, we are concentrated for permission. Let's see who just arrived. No one. I have, okay, very good. So let's continue. This is the correct course, my dear students. On my first class, I was not sure about the color of the course, but this is the correct one, okay? You guys are on your last module, Module C, and this last module is for intermediate. After a month, after this course, you will eventually become an upper intermediate student, and green will be your new color, your new English level. Now, let's go over this unit summary, okay? One second. Okay, Veronica, welcome. How are you today?
Hi, I'm fine, teacher.
Perfect. One question, Veronica. Were you present 2 days ago, hace 2 días? Were you present?
Yes,
Good. Have you joined my course, which is in purple? This is the correct course. ¿Te has unido?
I am entering the platform, teacher, in this moment.
Okay, no, do not worry. You can do that later. I will present everything that you will need. At the end of the class, I will activate certain activities. That way we can perhaps work and continue, and we can use the given time. I know that today is Friday and some of you have things to do, and Monday is a special day, Dia de las Madres. I don't know if Dia de las Madres, Mother's Day, is also on the same date in Bolivia. Can you confirm, Veronica?
Yes, in the Monday.
May 10th.
I can.
10 de mayo es el día lunes. Do you celebrate Mother's Day in Bolivia?
No, teacher, it's in 29.
No, 27.
In
27,
27.
Yes.
But the same
27.
month, right? El mismo mes.
It's
same
not
month.
10.
Okay, I get it. Thank you very much. Okay, so Veronica, this is my course. I just received a message. Sorry, this is my first day. To ask you if you link through here. 1 second, one of your classmates needs my help. 1 second. Okay, so Yvonne, she's going to be with us in about 5 seconds. Yvonne. Okay, as I was mentioning, Veronica, all you have to do is go to the purple group, search my name, Juan Zulueta. It should be the only one. And I have also shared the ID course, the password, okay? So everything is on the group. If you need help or if anybody needs help in the future, remember you can always reach me on my private WhatsApp, okay? So let's begin. Yvonne Casas, welcome to today's class. How are you? Does your microphone work? If not, you can confirm in a Zoom message. Yvonne Casas, how are you today? Can you say something? Good.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, teacher. Yes, by the way, my microphone is working, so everything is good.
Okay, Yvonne, I will only remind you to join my class, my course. My course is in purple and its name is A905, which is the month, and then May, but the most important is Juan Zulueta, okay? So that's my name, Juan Zulueta, but all of you can refer to me as Mr. Zulueta. So try to join my course after the class. Today I will activate the giving or today's activities, okay? So let's begin. All right, my dear students, this is the unit summary. What we read on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, what we read 2 days ago are basically what we are going to go over in this month. So it wasn't a waste of time at all. So we are going to watch a video in which we have 2 activities, but body language, as I mentioned before, body language is really, really important when learning a language, okay? It's not what you say, but how you say it. Vocabulary, we are going to concentrate on idioms to cheer up, okay? Perhaps if you play volleyball or any given sport, these are some phrases, idioms to cheer someone up, okay? So we will go over that. Speaking. Well, on the speaking, we are also going to learn phrases. And in this case, phrases in order to ask permission. For example, do you mind? ¿Te importa? Do you mind if? ¿Te importa si? Okay. Offer help. For example, is there anything else I can do for you? So this will help you eventually. This will help you to become a more fluent speaker in the future, okay? On the grammar, this is really, really important, but today we are only going over 2 different grammar explanations. One from YouTube and the other one is from Pearson. The one from Pearson is really, really long, but it does explain specific and important aspects of past continuous using when and modals of permission. Going back, well, no, let's continue. I don't want to give examples. Task listening. Task listening is basically a continuation of the listening video. So we are going to try to cover those 2 today, okay? And well, what's the plot? Fashion show, okay? So we are going to enter into this universe of fashion and its vocabulary as well. Pronunciation, unstressed words such as these, and linking words together. Okay, so this is basically a phonetical aspect. There is no grammar there. It's only a phonetical help. That way, instead of reading as the following example, I am going to read this. So,
Teacher, what is unstressed?
unstress is, for example, let me give you an example of stress, okay? When in English, when you stress a word, remember what I said in the beginning, it's not what you say, but how you say it. For example, it's not the same good morning as good morning. Okay, so you give a lot of information, but by how you stress or unstress words, and we will go over that in a more precise manner once we get to the pronunciation skill, and that would be on Monday. Okay, so do not worry. I don't want to give examples because my students might lose themselves. So let me continue with this, which is linking words. Linking words is a phonetical aspect, not grammar, okay? All that the Pearson platform want you to learn is to try and connect these type of sounds. In French, we call it liaison, okay? So we unite this sound. For example, I am going to read it as mini students or as if I do not know this rule. The news is going to be on in an hour. Now, after this month, you're going to be able to read it as follows. The news is going to be on in an hour. So I am basically using this same sound. News is, ziz, here. On nin, okay, so on in an hour. I don't make a space, I don't make a pause, okay? So I believe that we have a pre-recording activity that you will familiarize with in the following days. For the reading article, we are going to read about identity theft. Okay, so somebody stole something, somebody broke in, se metió o asaltó una casa or maybe a bank. So on the web, this is the writing activity. Research websites of organizations that help victims of identity theft. Write a paragraph about what a victim of identity theft should do. Okay, so that sounds interesting. Well, let me concentrate on the video I told you about. So here I have this video, which is past continuous, okay? Past continuous. Let me see who just arrived. Tengo iPhone Kai, can you, she's gone, ya se fue.
Hola, acá estoy. No, estaba cambiando mi nombre de usuario. Teacher, llego en un ratito a mi casa y me conecto desde mi compu, porfa. Ahora estoy de ahí de mi casa y estoy desde mi celular y mi cámara frontal está rota.
No worries, don't worry. Thank you very much.
Gracias.
See you. Bye. Good. So, let me give this example that just happened, okay? Using past continuous. I was explaining about the video when Caitlin arrived. So I have two actions in the past. Obviously, one occurred first, and then something came in, which is the simple past simple. What was I doing first? I was explaining the video content, and then Caitlin arrived. So we are going to use it with the following two words, when and while. Let's go over this.
Hi, this is a quick presentation looking at how to use when and while to describe events that have happened in the past. When we use this, we use two tenses, the past simple and the past continuous. So
okay, so this sounds like British English. It's really fast. It's not the same English as I'm using right now. I'm trying to be slow because I'm an English teacher. So I try to speak slow, and the accent is also different. For those of you who worry a lot about your English, here is a tip. The way you speak English is your essence. No one else in the world speaks like you. So do not criticize yourself. Do not think that you are not able to speak English because you have a strong accent. Do not worry about your accent. There are many accents throughout the world. There is not a specific perfect English. Even in British, there are different parts of the land of England in which they speak very, very different from the north and the south. So do not worry about your accent. But yes, try to use or try to put into practice everything that we learn here in the Pearson platform, and also from your teachers. For example, throughout this month, you are going to work with me, so try to imitate, try to steal intonation, try to steal words that I often use, and well, in linguistics, when learning a language, this is part of the learning journey, okay? Steal everything that you can, all right? So let me restart the video.
presentation looking at how to use when and while to describe events that have happened in the past. When we use this, we use two tenses, the past simple and the past continuous. So I wonder if you can think, when and why do we use these tenses together? Okay, well, we use the past continuous with the past simple to describe situations in the past when a continuous action, an ongoing action, was interrupted. Okay.
So interrupted is the key word, okay? Because we are talking about past continuous, something that was happening in the past, and then something else interrupted.
Okay, so for example, as we can see in the picture here, she was swimming when she saw a dolphin. Another good example would be the teacher was talking when the dog barked. And here we have a timeline to visualize how and when that happens. So here we see the past continuous. I was walking down the street. That was the ongoing action in the past. Then we have the interruption action, which we use the past simple tense for. When I saw. Okay, so
do not let the timeline make it more difficult than it actually is, okay? When is the past? To be honest, when is the past? Cuando pasa un segundo, ya deja de ser el pasado, es decir, el presente es lo más corto que hay en los tiempos, al menos hablando en la vida. El presente es ahorita. ¿Cuándo es el pasado? Simplemente un segundo atrás. Ahora aquí en el timeline you have now, so este círculo pudo haber estado en cualquier parte, ¿ok? Sin embargo, cuando yo estoy hablando o contando una historia, porque eso es lo que en realidad está pasando aquí, estás contando una historia, cuando viene el pasado simple, va a estar un poco más cerca del presente. ¿Por qué? Porque fue lo que interrumpió ese pasado, ¿ok? Y bueno, here you have the grammatical formula. We will also see that on the Pearson platform, so do not worry.
An elephant. So I was walking down the street when I saw an elephant. When and while. We use when and while with sentences that combine the past continuous and the past simple tense. So again, she was swimming. Julie was swimming when she saw a dolphin. Or we could say Julie saw a dolphin while she was swimming. Two different ways of doing it. We can also start the sentence with while. While Julie was swimming, comma, very important to remember the comma, she saw a dolphin.
Okay, so here we have an introduction with the word while. It's not the same as when. When es cuando yo estaba haciendo algo, esto pasó. Y la diferencia de when and while es que while es mientras. Mientras yo hacía esto, esto pasó. ¿Ok? Por eso es que también we can use these words or the same idea in different order, en diferente orden.
While Julie was swimming, comma, very important to remember the comma.
Okay, and he mentions very important to remember the comma. Muy importante recordar la coma. Así que while Julia was swimming, she saw a dolphin. What was the first action? ¿Cuál fue de estas dos ideas? ¿Qué ocurrió primero? ¿Vio el delfín o estaba nadando? Pues para ver un delfín tienes que estar en el mar, así que estaba nadando definitivamente, ¿ok? Mientras nadaba. Aquí, number 2, Julie saw a dolphin while she was swimming. This is the same meaning, the same example, same sentence, but you can see, you are able to detect that while can be in the middle or in the beginning of the sentence. When we use it in the beginning, you can use a comma. Well, you must use a comma. And then, number 1, Julie was swimming when she saw a dolphin. Okay, so Julie was swimming y esto fue lo que interrumpió esa idea, ese anécdota. Okay, let's continue.
She saw a dolphin. Here are some important rules to remember when using when and while together. To use them correctly, use when before the interrupting action, okay? And we use while before the continuous action, okay? They're the important rules to remember. So use when before the interrupting action. We look at the situation here. We have the boys swimming, and then we have the monkey stealing their clothes. The boys were swimming in the lake when a monkey stole their clothes.
Okay, so here we have a monkey. He stole these boys' clothes. So in order for the monkey to steal their clothes, they had to take their clothes off and got into the water. So this happened first. So the boys were swimming in the lake when a monkey stole their clothes. So this is what this person meant okay, in the previous slide. Let's continue.
Close. So when before the interrupting action being the monkey stole their clothes. And we use while before the continuous action. A monkey stole their clothes while they were swimming in the lake. Or, as I mentioned.
Okay, so this YouTuber is stating that we use while before the continuous action. Usualmente vamos a utilizar while antes de la acción que está en progresivo, ¿no? Porque este tiempo verbal se conoce de diferentes nombres: present continuous, present progressive, okay? In this case, estamos en el pasado. Past continuous, past progressive is the same idea. So, mientras, voy a leer, a monkey stole the boys' clothes while they were swimming in the lake. Simplemente cambiamos el orden. El mono robó la ropa de los chicos mientras que ellos estaban nadando en el lago. Y puedo cambiar while al principio, muy importante, la coma, the comma. While the boys were swimming, mientras ellos nadaban, a monkey stole their clothes. That's all. Eso es todo.
Earlier, we can start the sentence with while the boys were swimming, a monkey stole their clothes. And again, very important to remember the comma in the middle there if you start the sentence with while. So here we have another situation we can use, while and when. We have a look at the couple there, they're sleeping and then the tree fell down. So we could say a tree fell on them while they were sleeping, while before the ongoing action, or they were sleeping when a tree fell on them.
Okay, so here we have a picture about a couple. They were sleeping and then something happened. What happened? A tree fell on them. So a tree fell on them while they were sleeping, or I can also say while they were sleeping, comma, a tree fell on them. Next, using the when word, they were sleeping when a tree fell on them. Well, why are there different ways of saying the same information Well, cuando se dice un chisme o cuando se da información, es muy importante detectar cómo habla dicha persona. Entonces, arriba tengo a tree. Aquí el que habla, el hablante, enfatiza importancia en el árbol. Se cayó un árbol. No está dando la importancia a que estaban durmiendo, a que estaba durmiendo una pareja. Okay, good.
Before the interrupting action. Again, we can look here. We have the thief and the dog catching the thief. The dog bit the thief while he was breaking into the house, or the thief was breaking into the house when the dog bit him. Okay, so we have some questions here. Let's have a look if you can work out what's happening in this situation. Number one. And let's have a look at this. Number two, can you work out what's happening in this situation? So what is the continuous action? What is the interrupting action? What's happening in this? Number
Okay, so here we have two different pictures. Well, these pictures are in the same context. So this tennis player was playing tennis and then something happened. I will need a volunteer just to see if you have already, how can I say this? Uncover the Da Vinci Code, or discover. So, ¿quién ya lo entendió? ¿Y quién me puede dar una información utilizando when y la información que vemos en la pantalla de estas dos fotos? No me hagan llamar por
Teacher,
nombre.
could I?
What's your name, please?
Ivone Casas.
All right, Yvonne, go ahead, using when.
Okay, the tennis was playing when the other player falling down. Fall
Okay,
down.
good. So the tennis player was playing when the other player fell down. Okay, fell down. Good. So
Fell down.
that makes sense. Now, another volunteer using while. Take 5 seconds to think. When you are ready, let me know. Nobody?
Teacher, can I?
Yes, go ahead, continue.
The boy fell to the floor while playing. Is correct?
Well, grammatically, yes, it is correct because you are using while before a progressive action. Very good. Thank you.
One. And let's have
Okay. 5 seconds, think, organize your ideas. When, using when. And number 2 is while. Maybe Tamayo, you can go with the sentence using when.
When?
When.
Yes. A bird poops on his head when he was waiting the bus.
That's correct. Good. Now remember, we want to inform, we want to give the given information in past, porque estamos contando algo que pasó, es una anécdota. Entonces, the bird pooped, the bird pooped on my head or on his head when I was waiting, while I was waiting for the bus. Pero yo a ti te pedí when, así que lo voy a cambiar con when. When I was waiting for the bus, a bird pooped on my head. Okay, so that's the general idea. Thank you. Let's continue.
look at this number 2. Can you work out what's happening in this situation? So what is the continuous action? What is the interrupting action? And can you create a sentence using while to describe that? And number 3. Again, we have 2 things happening here. We have a continuous action and interruption action. Can you use while to describe this situation? Let's have a look if you have the same answers. While Harry was playing tennis, he fell over and hurt himself. A bird pooped on Harry's head while he was waiting for the bus. Harry called John while he was working on his project.
While Harry was playing, okay, so I am using while before the progressive past action. While siempre va a ir antes del progresivo. Progresivo podemos tener en presente y en pasado. While Harry was playing tennis, he fell over and hurt himself, okay? He fell over, ahí podemos terminar la oración. Y también puedo, bueno, ya tienen la idea. Number 2, a bird pooped on Harry's head while he was waiting for the bus. While, waiting, progressive. Number 3, Harry called John while he was working on his report. And this will help you, well, to tell stories in the past, okay, with fluency. So, with that being said, let's continue. All right, so now let's officially begin with the unit's video. Okay, so in this case, the unit will always ask us to predict. So we are going to watch the image first. So we have this character and this character, they are at an office. And I know that, as you have noticed, there is a situation in which it's the same story, but it continues. So the same story that you developed in the last 2 months in this purple course, it's the same story, but in a developed manner. So this is Nick, and he's in an office, at an office. So Talia has phoned Nick from the Gower building. Talia was angry and told Nick that she couldn't find Jackie Baker. Nick is now upset and worried. So this is when we will use those phrases to cheer somebody up. Then, okay, he rushes down the building to look for Jackie Baker. So Nick is a famous soccer player. I don't know if you remember, but he's a famous soccer player. And so a friend framed him, un amigo frame, le hizo trampa para involucrarlo en una situación negativa, obviamente, y bueno, está afrontando esos obstáculos. So here, look at the picture, predict. What do you think Nick finds out from the receptionist? So, ya tenemos información previa. And here are the following predictions. Prediction number 1, there's no Jackie Baker in the building. Pero si aquí dice que Jackie le llamó de Go building. Number 2, the receptionist overheard Nick's conversation with Talia, pues que escuchó el chisme, la recepcionista. And number 3, Talia is waiting for Nick. Number 4, the receptionist is a soccer fan. Okay, so maybe the receptionist recognizes Nick. So in order to make predictions, all we have to do is use our future tense using I think, in my opinion, etc., etc. So here is my prediction. Well, I think that the receptionist heard that the receptionist here, number 4, in my opinion, I think that the receptionist recognized the soccer player. So you can also give a prediction in a past tense, como lo acabo de hacer, but using the future will, it's easier, I think. For example, Talia will wait for Nick, or the receptionist will recognize the soccer player. Okay, so those are the 4 predictions that we will discover once we go over this video. So we are going to watch the video twice. On the second time, I am going to activate the subtitles. So let's go over it.
Hello. Jackie Baker, please.
Oh, I'm sorry, but there's no Jackie Baker here.
Do you mind if I look at that?
Not at all. Have a look. Let me guess. you're Nick.
That's right. How did you know?
Oh, you're famous around here.
Oh, do you follow soccer?
Soccer? No, never watch it. I was listening when that woman called you. I overheard everything.
Well, that's great.
She was really angry. Well, I've seen angry before, but she was like really irate.
I know. I was there. Say, do you know what time it is?
Nearly 5. I was just getting ready to leave when you arrived.
It's probably too late anyway. The news is going to be on in an hour. Hello. Jackie Baker, please.
Oh, I'm sorry, but there's no Jackie Baker here.
Do you mind if I look at that?
Not at all. Have a look. Let me guess. You're Nick.
That's right. How did you know?
Oh, you're famous around here.
Oh, do you follow soccer?
Soccer? No, never watch it. I was listening when that woman called you. I overheard everything.
Well, that's great.
She was really angry. Well, I've seen angry before, but she was like really irate.
I know. I was there. Say, do you know what time it is?
Nearly 5. I was just getting ready to leave when you arrived.
It's probably too late anyway. The news is going to be on in an hour.
Okay, past continuous. I was just getting ready. I was getting ready when you arrived. Past continuous, and then an interruption using when and while. So that was the video, and let's see what actually happened. What was the correct predictions? The receptionist is a soccer fan. For example, let's see, Tamayo, do you think that this is a correct prediction from the video that she is a soccer fan?
No, because clearly she said that she has never watched a soccer game.
Exactly. Thank you very much. That's correct. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
I agree with my partner.
Exactly. And she overheard, y sí, escuchó la conversación. So this one, the receptionist overheard Nick's conversation with Talia. That's true. Number 3, Talia is waiting for Nick. No, she was already gone when Nick arrived. Number 1, there's no Jackie Baker in the building. Well, that is correct. Jackie is not on the building, okay? So Talia is waiting for Nick? No. Good. So with that being said, you are now ready to work on the following activities. Okay, so we have gone over the unit summary, done. You don't need to read this. So I'm not going to activate that. Video listening, number 1. Good. Number 2, those are just questions, okay? Here is another video. So let's open this one.
Hello. Jackie Baker, please.
Okay, so all of these, well, this is the same video, this is the same video, but I am not going to activate this one. This is an activity, and information number 2, this is the continuation of the story.
So, Nick, is there anything else I can do for you?
Yes, maybe. Could I speak to someone else at Kicks?
Excuse me.
Kicks Shoes? May I speak to someone else at Kicks Shoes? You know, Kicks Shoes, the new startup company?
Sorry, Nick, but there's no Kick Shoes here either. In fact, I'd never even heard of them before today.
I don't understand. You mean they don't have an office here?
No, I'm afraid not. But cheer up. Things can be as bad as they seem.
No?
Maybe you could describe this Jackie Baker to me.
Great, thanks. She's about as tall as you are. She's got long black hair. She wears glasses. She was wearing a blue suit when I met her here. She looked like a serious executive.
And she's got blue eyes?
Yes, do you know her?
No. I was just trying to help, you know, like a sketch artist on a cop show. Sorry, I didn't mean to get your hopes up. I don't know her at all. So, Nick, is there anything else I can do for you?
Yes, maybe. Could I speak to someone else at Kicks?
Excuse me.
Kicks Shoes? May I speak to someone else at Kicks Shoes? You know, Kicks Shoes, the new startup company?
Sorry, Nick, but there's no Kick Shoes here either. In fact, I'd never even heard of them before today.
I don't understand. You mean they don't have an office here?
No, I'm afraid not. But cheer up. Things can be as bad as they seem.
No?
Maybe you could describe this Jackie Baker to me.
Great, thanks. She's about as tall as you are. She's got long black hair. She wears glasses. She was wearing a blue suit when I met her here. She looked like a serious executive.
And she's got blue eyes?
Yes, do you know her?
No. I was just trying to help, you know, like a sketch artist on a cop show. Sorry, I didn't mean to get your hopes up. I don't know her at all.
All right, so that was quite a funny scene. So here we have a culture note. The receptionist asked Nick to describe this Jackie Baker in parentheses. All right, 1 second. And we are back. Okay, so the receptionist asked Nick to describe this Jackie Baker. She uses this name to indicate that she has never seen or met the person. Okay, so that's part of language. Number 2, Nick drops his head when he realizes that the receptionist has no way to help him. This is a gesture of defeat. Nick realizes that there is nothing he can do to solve his problem. Okay? Also, I was able to detect the following words or the following modal verbs. For example, when Nick asked for permission, maybe you could help me. Okay? So we will continue with a YouTube video for modal verbs, and that should wrap it up for this class. And then the receptionist also used a cheer up phrase, cheer up, okay? So all the phrases and vocabulary that were introduced in the unit summary, we can see or hear them here throughout the videos, okay? Good. So I will also activate this activity, and it's only 3 questions. 3 questions. Good. Now, let's continue with modal verbs, specifically for permission. Now I found this video. As you can see, we have modal verbs verbs for permission, but I think it is important to also review the other uses of modal verbs. I believe, yes, this video is in Spanish, but it is well explained. So let's pay attention. It's only 5 minutes.
Hola, soy Juan y bienvenidos a English Secrets. Hoy vamos a aprender sobre los modal verbs. Y ya que son muchos y hay mucho que cubrir, dividiremos esta lección en 2 videos. Así que asegúrense de no perderse ambas partes para tener una comprensión plena del uso de los modal verbs en inglés. Bien, los modal verbs son verbos que pertenecen a la categoría de non-action verbs, es decir, que no representan una acción, y son los siguientes: can, could, should, ought to, may, might, must, would, will, shall, do, have, and need. Pues bien, los modal verbs por sí solos no tienen significado o tienen un significado incompleto. Así que deben siempre ir acompañados de otro verbo que les complete su significado. Por ejemplo, si yo les digo I can, yo puedo, y no les digo nada más, no les he comunicado absolutamente nada. Si les digo I can write, yo puedo escribir, pues ahora sí la idea está completa y les he comunicado algo. Como vemos, los modal verbs tienen un uso, pero no tienen un significado completo. Las particularidades de los modal verbs son 3. No llevan to antes de un segundo verbo. No llevan s para la tercera persona. Y no requieren de un auxiliar para formar las preguntas y las negaciones. Vamos a ver cómo se usan los modal verbs y para esto vamos a estudiarlos por grupos. El primer grupo que vamos a ver es el conformado por can and could. Can is used to express ability. I can play the guitar. Yo puedo tocar la guitarra. Could is the past of can. When she was a girl, she could play all day. Cuando ella era una niña, ella podía jugar todo el día. She could, ella podía o ella pudo. Can you dance well? Puedes bailar bien. No, but I could before. No, pero antes podía. Ok, el siguiente grupo está conformado por could, may, and might. Could tiene un segundo significado en español y es sinónimo de may and might. Y es que los tres se usan para expresar posibilidad y se traducen como podría. Así que en inglés yo puedo decir it could rain this afternoon, pero también puedo decir it may rain this afternoon or it might rain this afternoon. En los tres casos estoy diciendo podría llover esta tarde. May, might and could todos significan podría. Sin embargo, cuando hablamos de una posibilidad en negativo, solamente podemos usar may and might. Podemos decir she might not come to the party or she may not come to the party. Y los dos significan ella podría no venir a la fiesta. Hablamos de una posibilidad. Sin embargo, no podríamos decir she could not come to the party para hablar de una posibilidad, ya que en negativo could es solamente el pasado de can, es decir, podía o pudo. Ya no tendría el significado de ella podría no venir a la fiesta, sino más bien ella no pudo venir a la fiesta. Otro uso de este grupo de modal verbs es para pedir permiso. For example, may I go to the bathroom? ¿Podría ir al baño? Could I ask you for a favor? ¿Podría pedirte un favor? Incluso podemos usar can para pedir permiso. Can I sit here? ¿Me puedo sentar aquí? El que no se puede usar para pedir permiso es might. No podemos decir might I go to the bathroom. Estaría mal dicho, así que vamos a usar can, could or may para pedir permiso. Ok, ahora vamos con el grupo conformado por should and ought to. Estas palabras también son sinónimos y se usan para expresar recommendations, recomendaciones o consejos. For example, you should stop smoking or you ought to stop smoking. En los dos casos estamos diciendo tú deberías dejar de fumar. You should or you ought to, tú deberías. Must. Este modal verb se usa para expresar obligación, obligation. You must stop at a red light. Tú debes parar en una luz roja. I must get to work on time. Yo debo llegar al trabajo a tiempo. I must, yo debo. Y hasta aquí la primera parte de esta lección.
Okay, guys. Okay, my dear students, thanks to those videos on YouTube videos, we can now podríamos omitir the longer and perhaps boring, okay? But that doesn't mean you are not going to be able to access to that explanation. For this case, I am doing something different, only YouTube videos and no explanation from Pearson platform, but I will also activate it. So this first explanation is about the past continuous using when, and you guys are now a master on this verbal tense. And here we have 1 and 2 activities, which I believe we can do one, okay? We can do one as a group really quickly, okay? So let me call Majo.
Okay, teacher, I read.
Yes, no, number 1, please.
Teacher, la pantalla yo la veo como movida. No sé si a ustedes también les pasa, Nico, ¿también?
Sí, la veo súper borrosa.
Ajá.
No se entiende
No la veo
nada de la
clarita.
letra.
Yes, all right.
No, it's better.
Now it's better.
Okay.
Okay,
Go.
number 1. When the light changed, Neil was crossing the street. The next two?
No. Read number 1, and then come up with the correct answer. For example, choose the correct answer that means the same thing as the sentence. So when the light changed, Nick was crossing the street. So perhaps you can read both. Puedes leer los dos y después eliges la correcta.
Okay. The light changed, then Nick crossed the street. And the other is, Nick started to cross the street, then the light changed. It's the second.
Okay, so when the light changed, primero tuvo que haber cambiado el semáforo para que este cruzara. Number 2, Nick started to cross the street, then the light changed. Y después, entonces sería la 1. The light changed, then Nick crossed the street. Para que él pudiera o pudiese cruzar, tuvo que haber cambiado el semáforo. ¿Ok? Good. So, es prácticamente la misma idea, así que analizamos. Number 2, Tamayo. Primero leemos todo y después ya me dices una respuesta. Lo hacemos en grupo, en voz alta.
Hola. No escucho nada, teacher.
Okay.
No sé si está hablando.
Yes, number 2 is yours. Número 2, ¿nos puedes ayudar?
Yes, when the light changed, Nick crossed the street. The light changed, then crossed the street. Nick started to cross the street, then the light changed. I think the correct answer is the first one.
Okay, so when the light changed, Nick crossed the street. It's basically the same idea. The light changed, then Nick crossed. I agree with you, Tamayo. Now, number 3, let's go with Yvonne. Number 3, please.
Okay, teacher, could you go down? Because I can't see on the screen. the third one.
Okay, 1 second. ¿Ya está mejor, Yvonne? Is it better? Is it better now?
Currently, I can't see your screen. It's charging.
Okay.
So I can't see anything. I don't know if it's only me. Partner,
Okay.
do you see the screen?
Me too, teacher.
Me too. I cannot see the presentation.
I can.
Okay. You know what we can do in order to cope with these technological issues? Perhaps you already know how to work on this and now you have an idea. So once you, well, ya saben cómo trabajar en esas actividades y las preguntas están más fáciles. Por eso mencioné que a veces en la explicación es cuando se me confunden más los estudiantes, pero no es nada más que analizar qué pasó primero, qué interrumpió esa actividad, ¿ok? Good. Let's continue. Okay, so after watching the video about modules of permission, you will be able to go and, well, finish these two activities. We will go over the comparison on Monday, so that's not going to be activated. And, well, last but not least, we have the, 1 second. Okay. 1 second. All right, so Tamayo, can you confirm, are you able to hear me?
Yes, right now I can hear you perfectly.
Good. Are you able to see the 3 pictures about the 3 females, Shanika, Michelle, and Liz?
No.
Okay,
no.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I can see the screen.
Good, thank you. What about now?
It's like charging. I don't know.
Okay.
The screen is black.
Good. Okay, so this is what we can do since we are having technological difficulties. For the task listening, it's just a minute and 32-second recording, and then all you have to do is select the correct order or the correct description of the females who are dressed as the audio presented. So I will perhaps leave that for you to do it individually. It's not that difficult. And well, officially, we are basically done with today's class. I cannot add more information. I think we learned vital information and vocabulary today. So I am looking forward to seeing you on Monday. I appreciate you being present. And well, I hope you have a great weekend. Before you go, antes de que se vayan, I have a special poll, una encuesta especial. Once you finish, feel free to log off and see you on Monday. So let me launch the polling, and that should be all for today. Thank you very much.
Teacher, I have a question.
Yes.
At the beginning of the class, you said, well, you told me that I had to wait to the last class because you want to tell me something, or I understood wrong?
Just to explain to you how to join my course. Do you need help on that?
Currently, no. Well, the problem for today is that the administrative part added me to the WhatsApp group before that you or the administrative part sent the link. So that's why I couldn't see the link.
All right. So do you have a username?
Username in the platform?
Yes.
Or no. I mean, the administrative part in this afternoon sent me some things that I'm going to look it after the class. I think that was my username, I guess.
Okay, so remind me your name, and I will check that with you personally. What's your name?
Ivone Casas.
Good. Okay, Yvonne, I will reach to you. Let me talk. Reach to my coordinator about your situation because you need a username for the Pearson platform. So it's usually student and a number and the password Bolivia something. So if you do not have that, you are not going to be able to join my class. So that's really important so that you can work all over the weekend. So Yvonne, you do not have a username for Pearson. Good. Is that correct?
Teacher, sorry, Mr. Zulueta, I saw that the coordinators sent me a document on WhatsApp this afternoon. And yes, there is my nickname and my password, my username, sorry. I mean, my password to get into the platform, so I think it's good. Even if I have question, I don't know if I can ask you for that or the coordinator, or I contact with the administrative party if I have some problems with that.
Absolutely, with me. And as a matter of fact, on that document, which is a PDF, there are steps. So no big deal.
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
yes.
That's correct. That's
good.
Fine.
So with that being said, my dear students, have a great weekend. See you all on Monday. Bye-bye.
See you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, teacher. See you on Monday.
See you on Monday.
Bye-bye, teacher. Have a good night.
Bye-bye, Tamayo.